How I cured my macular degeneration. Well, the story begins about late 2014. I was diagnosed with macular degeneration. I was seeing wavy lines, and so I, went to the doctor, and they started Avastin shots. They said I had wet macular degeneration. So from end of 2014 to July 2015, I had 7 Avastin shots. And during the time, of course, when you're going to the doctor, when I was going to the doctor, I'd ask him questions like, how can I stop this? Can it be stopped? Can it be, reversed? Can it be this and that? Whatever. No real good answers. Only take some, eye supplements, whatever, vitamins and that. But I've been doing that for years. So that wasn't the problem. And I'm pretty, interested in health shows and what's going on in the world and this and that. So I was listening to a program, Joyce Riley, the Joyce Riley Show, and she had a Dr. Robert Abel on. He's an eye doctor, and I guess he's world-renowned. Wrote a book, The Eye Care Revolution, by Dr. Robert Abel. And during the show, there was a caller, and because they were talking about different problems with the eyes, and she said she cured her eyes by taking 2.5 to 3 tablespoons of coconut oil a day. So I said, what do I have to lose? Yeah, of course, my eyesight, because I was looking up and what is macular degeneration. Doctor, for some reason, they don't like to give you very much information. I don't know what the problem is. Maybe it was just my doctor. And so I had to do a little bit of research myself. And I found out that with wet macular degeneration, you basically, most people go blind in the eye in about 8.5 years, and then you go blind in the other eye in 8.5 years. So, I was always told when I was younger, whatever, saturated fats are no good for you, this, that, whatever. And coconut oil is mostly all saturated fats, but it's a medium chain flat fat. So it's, I guess it's better for you. There's a book called The Coconut Miracle. It's a cookbook and other information which you can, find out about different things with coconut oil. But I said, what do I have to lose? Of course, again, my eyesight. So I did the 2.5 to 3 tablespoons of coconut oil a day. And after about 3 weeks, there was an improvement. And after that, I didn't take any more shots, and my eyes steadily got better, and now I think I'm at a point where macular degeneration is a thing of the past. It's gone. I'm cured. But I was doing some other things too that were that was good for my body during the time, because on the Joyce Riley Show, she also had other doctors on. Sherry Rogers, she's written over 10, 12 books, and her whole philosophy in medicine is you are not lacking any kind of pharmaceutical drug. You're lacking nutrients and good food, because God made you this body, and you just give it the right kind of nutrients, exercise, this and that, it will heal itself. And with the way our food is out there and all the junk that's in it, from the hydrogenated fats out there, from the genetically modified foods out there, to anything that isn't just natural, that comes from the earth. I mean, it's no good for you. And we're highly, there's all sorts of pesticides and toxins out there which inhibit you from curing yourself. And so she was an inspiration to me too. And Joyce Riley, at one time in the show, she talked about the coconut oil, and Sherry Rogers says, the coconut oil is good, but she thinks cod liver oil is even better. So I started also doing the cod liver oil too, along with phosphatidylcholine, which he says if you don't have this along with the coconut oil, it doesn't get into mitochondria and help cells at the cellular level, whatever. And it's quite interesting, and I've learned a lot. So I started, doing her protocol. And you can find out her protocol too by just going at any of her books. And one of the ones that I was really interested in was Detoxify or Die. And I followed just about every protocol in here. And I think that also helped me. So I don't think it was just the coconut oil, but I know the coconut oil kick-started it. It's because I was starving my eye from the saturated fats that it needs. And then there was another doctor that was Dr. Jerry Tennant. And he's one of the, I don't know, this guy's a genius. He started school at 16. He graduated top 10 of his class when he was 22, 23. He was one of the first guys that worked on, it wasn't the LASIK surgery, but it was precursor to LASIK surgery. And he invented a lot of things. And he's been actually, gets me kind of mad that we don't know this. And that, the doctors don't tell you this because the information's out there. All you got to do is search a little bit. And it's funny that you got to go on the internet, search this, search that, and find out who's doing good things out there for people. And Dr. Jerry Tennant, for the past 15 years, has been curing people from macular degeneration. And he does it by nutrition. He does it by, by making sure that you don't have any other problems in your health, because if you have infections in your teeth or other problems in your body, could be affecting your eyes. There's one thing that was interesting reading his literature. He will not take on a new client if they're on a statin. A statin, of course, is going to stop cholesterol, and you need cholesterol. Cholesterol, from what I understand, from what he said, you need it for every hormone in your body to be reproduced. You need cholesterol. Your brain is 40% cholesterol. There's a huge percentage of your eyes is cholesterol. You need good, healthy fats. Every day he believes in, whatever, not believes in it, but he knows because they've done the research. And he's come out with a product that will help you rejuvenate every cell in your body, but you also have to eat clean. We have to get an organic diet. People hear that organic diet is expensive. Basically, you should say, I would like some food without pesticides, without genetically modified, parts in it, whatever, which, isn't, natural to your body to be able to break down and use as nutrients. And he's a proponent of finding, good raw milk that hasn't been homogenized or pasteurized. Pasteurizing just heats it up and kills the good things about it. Homogenizing breaks up the proteins where your body doesn't utilize them the way they should. So, you have to now, 50, 60 years ago, no problem getting milk right from the farmer. Now they have to do all this stuff to it. And it's like you have to join a club now to get natural milk from, without it being, processed in any way. But you need to do that. You need to get your vegetables and stuff like that. And along with that, in the beginning, when my eyes, I was doing the coconut oil, of course, I'm learning, where does lutein come from? Because like I said, I like to know what, the things behind it. Oh, just take lutein. Okay, fine, take lutein. Why take lutein? Whatever, because there's a percentage of your eye that needs this lutein. And there's a large percentage of lutein you could find in, of course, green leafy vegetables, kale and spinach and things like that. So, I got a juicer and I was juicing those things at that time. And I'm sure that helped. But, along with the coconut oil, you can kickstart it. I think, if you can get yourself on a good, healthy diet and then detoxifying, that might have been one of the things, too, that helped. Because I started doing that at that time. Because if you start reading Dr. Sherry Rogers' books, you'll find out how important it is. I mean, she's got books on the cholesterol hoax and how they manipulated the research numbers to make it sound like so many people are helped with it, even though, it's a hoax. She calls it a hoax, whatever. It is a hoax. You'll have to do this reading on yourself. I mean, if you go onto the Joyce Raleigh show, look her up, and she'll have archives of different shows, and you will find Dr. Sherry Rogers on there, and you can go through each one to another. I mean, it's a wealth of information. I want to thank personally Joyce Riley for being on the air. She saved my eyesight, and I'm sure that she's saved a lot of people's health, because she's gone through some really horrific health issues too, and she's tried all the natural ways and trying to find ways to help your body without going in and getting radiation, this and that, whatever. Even though she did go in and have some done because she had a problem in her back, but in other parts of her body she's done some natural things, and I just want to thank her for being on the air. So basically, you have to get yourself healthy. And you have to stay healthy. You have to eat clean. You have to decide in your life right now, whatever you put in your mouth, is it nutritious? Is it good for you? No more junk food, this, that, whatever. And I've even heard that coconut oils help people even with Alzheimer's. There was, on the air, there was a lady said that her mother was in a nursing home and she was having those problems. And she started just putting it on her skin. And then she started to, I guess, get a little more loosened. And the thing is, I believe these people because it happened to me. I heard the lady talk about coconut oil for her eyes, and I did it myself. And it worked. And when I tell people, I meet every day, I'm in a business where I meet a lot of people, and they ask me how I'm doing. I says, I'm doing great. I've never felt better in my life. I've actually taken off 50 pounds in the past year, slowly, by changing my diet, by just getting the healthy fats in and the garbage fats out. And I feel great. And then I tell them why. He says, and then I tell them, because everybody uses their eyes for everything. It's like I tell them about macular degeneration, how I reversed it and cured it. They're stunned because it seems like everybody seems to know somebody with that problem, especially, they know their grandparent or this and that. And maybe you don't have this. Maybe you can tell somebody about it and then you can help them. But it's something that you can cure yourself. But if you can't, this Dr. Tennant, he actually gets your eyes to improve in a week. And he's down in Dallas. You'll find it. There's the name, Dr. Jerry Tennant. And underneath, maybe I'll have some sites to go to. I've got no financial interest in any of these products. Like the coconut oil I started with was this Nuvita coconut oil, certified organic. And you got to make sure that the way it's produced, that they don't use any chemicals, any harsh chemicals to make it into an oil. I know that this company doesn't. Dr. Sherry Rogers recommended this Carlson cod liver oil. It's lemon flavor. It tastes like lemon. I mean, it's actually a pleasant flavor. But, the coconut oil, some people gag if they think about taking 2.5 to 3 tablespoons. I do it. I'm not going to lose my eyesight. I mean, whatever. It's not the greatest thing in the world, but, I don't mind the taste of coconut oil, coconut itself. But you could put it in your oatmeal in the morning. You could put it on your toast. There's so many things you can do to get that in you. And then there's I forget what it's called. There's MC something oil, which is the same thing as coconut oil, but they took the flavor out, and you can use it for cooking and this and that. But I would try that, and good luck. But there's one more thing I wanted to say about this. All these people that I've mentioned, they all have one thing in common. They're all devoted Christians. I haven't heard anybody in the secular society, whatever, try to help people with their ailments. And it's kind of interesting. And then here it is, 12 books. Dr. Jerry Tennant, he went through some horrific problems with his life too, because he got encephalitis, and for 9 years he was fighting that, and he found a way to cure himself. And now he's curing people, not just with macular degeneration. He's curing people with horrific illnesses. And he's a real interesting guy. And I've been getting his books and reading more and learning more. And but it's kind of interesting, the way I found these people, because just having a thirst for knowledge and the truth. And that's where you find these people. So This is part one. I think I'll have part two because I'm sure there's some things that I've left out. And good luck with your macular degeneration. You can cure it. I did.